Drew Brees' apology was legit. That's a trash narrative. Let's go.
El primero de mayo.
Hello and welcome into another edition of Trash Narratives. I am your host, the Sam D. On this channel, I destruct popular sports takes, myths, and opinions. So if you like that type of content, hit the bell, the like to subscribe. But let's get into it. So popular Saints QB and religious zealot Drew Brees went and did a thing. He was out on Yahoo Finance of all places. I mean, what was he doing? What was he promoting on Yahoo Finance? That's not the full letter network. That's not FS1. That's not. Wait, was he still promoting that pyramid scheme? Is that still a thing? Is he still doing that? Brees was a part of this company called Advocare, but I thought they had to pay some money back. I think it was like $150 million. $150 million they had to pay back. Brees was helping them prey on poor Christians, gassing them up that they could be rich if they just gave Advocare $59 to start in their multi-level marketing. After the $59 to buy in, people were encouraged to purchase products from Advocare totaling up to $2,400 to maximize their potential earnings. Or was Drew Brees on Yahoo Finance to talk about how he got scammed by a scammer? Remember that? He was buying fake jewelry. He bought fake jewelry from a dude in an attempt to flip it himself, but in the end he just ended up getting got. Like there was a lawsuit and all of that. Like that's only, I think, last year. Was it that Christian group that supports conversion therapy? No, not turning people into Christians. It's LGBTQ conversion therapy. Right. Remember he did that promo for them? I think it was last year. And then all of a sudden the conversion therapy stuff came out once people started digging. And then Brees had the moonwalk and say he didn't know anything about it, didn't know their views on being anti-LGBTQ. You remember that? Only to find out hours later that people found receipts of Brees rocking with that same group that is anti-LGBTQ. He's been rocking with them since 2010. Oh, yeah, I ain't know that? Whoops. Anyway, so yeah, Brees is on Yahoo Finance and he's asked if he feels players are going to be kneeling again because of the current climate that's been going on. If that's going to be an uptick, if that's going to be on the upswing, that players are going to take a stand and make their mark and protest peacefully while on the football field. And well, Brees went Brees. Quote, "I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country." He went on with more patriotic rhetoric, threw in his grandfathers who were vets, snuck in a quick mention of the civil rights movement, and then moved on to hit the dismount by saying that standing with your hand over your heart shows unity. What? In 2020, with all the social unrest going on, saying that taking a knee to protest police brutality is systemic racism, is disrespectful to the military and the country. It's just dumb. Like, seriously, I'm not joking. There's a level of intelligence required for basic comprehension. And if the constant destruction, defamation, and slaughter of black lives doesn't comprehend anything to you, if it doesn't sink in as something worth protesting about, then yeah, you're just dumb. Brees has made similar comments in the past. Remember when the whole Kaepernick thing was going off about 4 years ago? And apparently between then and now, he's learned absolutely nothing. Despite playing on a team with predominantly black players, despite playing in a city that is rich in black culture, despite that same city with that same rich black culture being famously or infamously being ignored by its own government during a national disaster. Apparently Drew Brees still hasn't learned anything. And I know you're going to tell me about Brees being there for the city of New Orleans during Katrina and helping them rebuild and galvanizing them and things of that nature. And that's cool. Yeah, he was there. He showed up. He contributed. But when you factor in all the other things that he did, that might have been counteractive to that same city, that same culture that embraced him as he came through one time for the one time and helped out during Katrina. Does it really weigh out? When you factor in him weaponizing his religious beliefs to poor black Christians to get them into a pyramid scheme. When you factor in the fact that he was trying to unload fake jewelry after he got scammed, after he got onto that same community that was trying to recover from having black bodies floating in the streets. No, Drew Brees, you do not get a pass just because you showed up that one time for Katrina. So his PR team had to react. So within 24 hours, we get the IG post apology, showing a black hand and a white hand together, shaking hands, locking arms. Yeah, about that photo. It was a stock photo. No, not like clip art, not that bad, but almost as bad. It's stock art. You could buy that same photo for $33. So get this. So the guy who, if he finishes out his contract, will amass almost $300 million. He thought so highly of the comments that he made to the base that he offended that he spent $33 on the photo. That's what Drew Brees, that's what he thought of the struggle. That's what he thought of systemic racism, police brutality, and the plight of those that are protesting, that are in the streets peacefully. $33 to make amends, to make it all go away. I mean, can you imagine $33? I mean, hell, that won't even get you into Brees' pyramid scheme. The apology was more along the lines of, I'm sorry if my comments offended you, but I'm not really going to move off my stance, but I'm going to say the buzzwords and the platitudes that will work for the public as a whole to think that I'm really apologizing. Nah. Nope. Not in 2020, Drew. Not in these times. Nope, you can't get that off. You can have whatever opinion you want. Just know that now there are consequences. So you can stand on it. Just understand there are consequences. You want to stand firm on who you are and what you represent, then by all means, go do that. But that weak ass apology just shows what your truth was already prior to that. That you constantly look for come-ups. That you constantly want to leverage your celebrity to line your pockets. Brees spent $15 million in fake jewelry with the intent to resell it. Now, with everything I've given you so far, who do you think he was going to get them fake diamonds and fake bezels off to? Who do you think were going to be his victims of that? The fact that you use your religious affiliations to coerce those with less than you to give more than you for pyramid schemes speaks volumes. This is who he is. He was living his truth and now he's being forced to backslide, and him and his PR team are trying to figure out ways to convey that he actually gives a damn about black lives. Don't force him to be PC if he doesn't really want to. Like, if this ain't you, then don't let it be portrayed that this is you. Be better, Drew. Just understand, no more black dollars for you. No more running up in the parishes of the third ward trying to get pyramid schemes off. No more. All I'm saying is don't force him to be PC if he doesn't want to be. He showed us his truth. All this after the fact is just him trying to get it off so that he can try to keep himself in the good graces. No more. Stand 10 toes down if that's really what you believe in, Drew. It's all good. As long as we know that's your truth, now we know how to move accordingly. But what that means is, Drew, no more black dollars, no more black clout, no more leadership rhetoric. All that stuff now goes out the window because you wanted to stand 10 toes down in your truth. Understand, that's the consequence. So you can stand on it, you can speak on it, you can talk about your grandfathers all you want. You can get that off. But understand that you're going to alienate a certain base. As long as you're cool with that because you're living the truth, then okay, let's keep it pushing. You can't be invited to the cookout just because you pulled up that one time during Katrina. I mean, Katrina was such a catastrophe where the police, the government, the military were gunning down their own people who were trying to evacuate during a natural disaster. So just because you pulled up that one time doesn't mean you get a lifetime exemption. Doesn't happen. I know you've had one up until these comments, but now that it's 2020, social unrest, people's eyes are wide open now to a lot of things. They're now listening. They're now deciphering. They're reading through the code. It's a wrap for that, Drew. But when it comes to those black dollars, Drew, can you give up those black dollars? Can you give up trying to get those pyramid schemes and those jewelry scams off? Can you give all that up? Because that takes a lot, right? It takes a lot to be able to stand on something that you believe in, to stand on something that you fervently, innately feel is righteous. It takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot to get that off. It takes a lot to have that kind of aptitude, that kind of acumen, that kind of bravery, that kind of courage to get that off. It takes a lot. Are you willing to lose that income to stand up for something you believe in? Kaepernick did. Can you? So the narrative that Drew Brees' apology was legit, trash narrative. This is what I do here. I take popular sports takes, myths, and opinions, and I destroy them. So if you like that type of content, hit the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and check out these videos right here, and I'll holla at you next time. Peace.